They cut the cards, I'm an ace of spades. So now they trying to play me, but I'm the one black card that can help them feed their babies. That's 21, so let's drink that. 2 thumbs up, 3 fingers of cognac. Rat tat, the beat go rat tat. This one gon' dump some down. School go backpacking. I'm an enigma. I hear them talking, saying she thinks she a nigga. How y'all figure I am woman? I'm the womb, life comes through me. Plus I'm spitting in dirt, put some in your eyes, see? Ooh wee, I'm talking dirty. I ain't washed my fucking mouth since I hit 30. Don't hate me, no please don't hate me. Fuck I look like crying cause you hate me being me, bitch. I got all this love, yeah. I got patience, I got patience. I've been waiting for a long time. I got love, I got love. I got patience, I got patience. I've been waiting this for a long time. I got love, I got love. I got patience, I got patience. I've been waiting on this for a long time. I got love, I got patience, I got patience. I've been waiting on this for a long time. You got patience.
Say her name, Breonna Taylor.
It's time to get in line, y'all. Your time is valuable. Use it. Pick a side. Organize. Buy some shit. It's war out here. What y'all think this is? Quit playing.
I got love, I got love, I got patience, I got patience. I've been waiting on this for a long time. I got love, I got patience, but I got patience. I've been waiting this for a long time.
Time to put in work on self and improve the things in me that's holding me back from the fact that I act like I ain't already great. Hate that part of me, so it's a time to kill all doubt. Been out of my mind this year, living in fear, shed a million tears that'll never end up on the banks of America. They have no interest in the principal amount of all lives matter and scattering like thugs on the block when the boys in blue pull up and cock they glocks on no knock bars with their knees on our necks for 8 minutes and 46 seconds. And to think, Jeff Bezos make $2,537 per second. Imagine if Black Lives Matter that. Such is life. Or say la vie, living life like being on parole ain't how we be. How blacks end up in the penitentiary for a century. But all right. We are back. Bottom Up Podcast. And y'all know I'm Serica, your host, co-host. Shakay sitting over there. Listen, this is where we talk about all things Black history, Black people, Black economics. Hyper local, focused here on Pompano. Listen, we got a great show for you all today. Make sure you tune in. But y'all know, before we get started, I always like to give you something to think about. Step, roll the clip.
Hear me, and hear me clearly. This country can't survive without you. It's never happened in the history of the world. In 1950, America was 90% white. It's not my opinion, it's a fact. I'm not making a racial comment, it's math. So that means with Dr. King, Andrew Young, other people, that was a miracle. It was moral. Today, America is 40% black and brown. Within 10 years, there'll be a majority of minorities. Baby boomers, all white, wealthy, and trying to go play golf at the same time. That's what's up right now. You got more people under age 18 and over 60, you have more people over 65 than under age 18. Those who are under 18 are black and brown. This economy is 70% consumer spending. 70. Not rich people. You. Car notes, rent, conference fees, small business, payroll, small things which you control. The largest economy on the planet, $30 trillion. and it can't survive without you. So here's what I've said. I've been in Fortune, I've been at Time, I've been at conferences, very conservative people. Here's what I say. It always survives the this test. They don't do this. I say, I think you know what I'm going to say. Here's what I have to say. I want every white person in here to be successful. That's number one thing I'm saying. Number two, there's not enough college-educated, successful white men to drive GDP, gross domestic product, for the next 20 years. It's mathematically impossible. So unless you want to be speaking Chinese, Mandarin in the next 20 years, no, that went over your head. Let me, you think you're at a black conference. You think you're at some conference that's about some narrow agenda. That's not what Bishop T.D. Jakes thinks. That's not what the God has endowed. You are the cultural post. You have defined culture and cool all over the world. If you say it's cool in South Korea. But what we have not defined, what we have not mastered, is capitalism and commerce. Where the rules are published and the playing field is level, we kill it. Sports. The arts. Faith. Politics. From slavery to the President of the United States of America. Where the rules are published and the playing field is level, we kill it. No one gave us anything. We went and took it. Playing by the rules. Wishing everybody else well. So what happens if you turn your attention to capitalism and free enterprise? And you don't just say black lives matter, black capitalists matter.
All right, we back. We here. So what? This Thursday. Bottom up podcast Thursday. Listen, we gotta get. There's so much merch we need to start getting. Step, roll the clip. Just when we come back on vacation, Step. Don't be surprised if there's a image of you, but not really you. Because people don't know what you look like unless they come here.
He's actually very handsome.
Yeah, see? Yeah.
You know they really don't ever get to see him.
They don't get to see him. But
he has to be a guest.
Yeah. But we definitely got to get that roll to clip because everybody want to know, who is Steph? Who you talking to? All right, so listen. John Hope Bryant. I don't know if you follow him. I told you need to follow him, right? Mm-hmm. So John Hope Bryant is, I follow him a lot, but he has a lot of great ideas that's not like just in theory. There are things that he's doing in practice. He's big in real estate, big in tech, and he talks about, black elevation, us black excellence, and how to raise our household incomes, how to make our credit better, how to build generational wealth. And he talks about it from a very practical standpoint. And as much as we talk about, what we've been through as people here in America, at the end of the day, when you really know that capitalism is what America is, you just really start to just look at the numbers and start, really just doing the work. And he focuses on that. He actually has this program called the Hope Program, where if you live in one of his rental units, you cannot stay there just there. You have 2 years to get your credit up, 3 years to prepare for a house, and then by the 4th year, you're buying a house. He doesn't have long-term rentals like that. And I think those types of programs, remember we were talking about exit plans for when these voucher programs come up, because you talked about how it's passed on, it's generational, Section 8 and public housing. But the way he set up his program is, if you're renting, if you get in one of his properties, you're going in with a plan that you're going to increase your credit score. And every time you, he has this one thing, if you increase your credit score every 50 points, you increase your credit score, your rent goes down. That money has to go into a savings to help you prepare for your down payment and everything. It's a whole,
Like the plan
Yes.
Suzette was putting together.
Like we
like
the
plan Suzette was putting together
for the
yeah.
That's
Okay.
exactly what it sounds like to me. You know, like great minds thinking of solutions to help people versus, you know.
It's a success plan. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is a success plan.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I try to share a lot of things with the community. And as I say, like, you know, we focus on, you know, educating the Northwest and making sure the Northwest knows. But the Northwest isn't just Pompano.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there are people in Pompano who think the Northwest is Pompano, and they don't know how big
It is.
Pompano
That's just
is.
a part of Pompano, and I don't think that's what's talked about most is like success plans or exit plans, and I think that's what I'm gonna implement in my networking.
Okay.
To come up with to think about longevity.
Yeah.
And to think about success, because we don't have that in our community. We just have, like I said, we just have that rotation.
Cycle of poverty.
The cycle of
It's a
poverty.
cycle of poverty.
And I think our leadership plays a big role in it because they don't ask for success plans. What they ask for is what we've been doing. And it's like things stay the same. And that's why we're going through redevelopment now. Because there was no elevation, no change or anything. And I don't think that they're looking at that to see why we're in the position we're in or why our city is going through what it's going through. And yeah, I think I want to focus more on that. And that's why I definitely have to be more vocal about what I want and what I want to spread to others, because we don't talk about that type of stuff.
We don't. And I think, you know, more conversations need to be had on a practical standpoint. Like, we have emotional conversations. And don't get me wrong, I'm a poet. Ain't nobody more emotional than me, baby. I'm all right. I do poetry, right? But there's a time and a place for everything, right? The venue for your emotions is the poetry show. Your emotions at City Hall, that's the city business. And that's my issue with how we see things happening. And, you know, we have a group of ladies sitting right here, the fellas behind the scene, but the group of ladies right here, you know, there has always been this stigma around women in leadership and how that, you know, women shouldn't be in leadership because they're too emotional and different things. And yet we have a dais full of women.
Full of emotions.
Full of women,
Yes, we do.
right?
Yes.
And it's almost like that, they're making the point for them of like, well, yeah, maybe women shouldn't be if you get too many of them together. And I happen to think the opposite. I think that it requires like-minded people. But again, the emotions that come about when you have discussions about things and issues in the community. Politicians are really good at gaslighting people and stoking the flames and making people emotional. And I like to call a thing, like, I ain't Ayala, but what she says, let's call a thing, right? Let's call a thing a thing. Like, when you get to calling and stoking the flames of emotions and divisions and different things, then to me that's when you're being a politician.
And it should be just, sorry to interrupt, but it should be just
No
the
interruption. We
opposite.
having a conversation, Gary.
I told you you'll fit right in.
No, I love this conversation, but it should be just the opposite, where politicians should be calming the residents and the people of that community. Instead, unfortunately, it's the opposite.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that happens. I don't know. I think it's a trickle down effect. Like, a lot of things that are happening right here are a microcosm of everything that's happening in the world. And what we do and what we can control, we should control. And that's home. Like, I have this thing, a friend of mine who is very, you know, active in Miami. She always says, think globally, act locally. You know, I think about what's happening in the world, but I'm acting locally on what's happening, because those are the things that affect us quicker, faster, and in a hurry. And I think more of us need to be engaged. More younger people need to be engaged. So,
And that's really where you can have your impact too.
yeah.
You know, if you're just focused on local, I mean, you got to understand what's going on in the world. But again, you're here in that community, and that's where you have to have your biggest impact.
Yeah, yeah. Well, look, KERIANN jumped right in on this conversation.
that's
Look,
right,
this is what I like. Look, you
Yeah.
ain't have to do nothing, just jump right in.
Well, I feel, God, listen, I watch you guys, so I
Yes.
feel like I've been here. It's kind of cool to be behind the scenes now. But
Yes. Thank you. Well, thank you for, supporting,
Absolutely.
watching, subscribing. We reached 500 subscribers. We reached 500 subscribers. So, I love the fact that, while I am intentional about making sure, Bottom Up Podcast focuses on, Black issues and the things that are facing the Northwest, it's important for me also to build bridges and so that the Northwest knows that, hey, there are other districts and other people in the community that help this city run. And if we be very, very clear and transparent about how the Northwest is able to do a lot of the things and get a lot of the things that we're getting, it's because of District 1's contributions to the city. District 1, the beach. Beautiful beach. Listen.
I just went walking out of there Saturday.
The beach is nice.
And normally I walk from Atlantic to the lighthouse. So I go and then I come back because that's 5 miles. I can't do the blimp. But this time I went south. So instead of me going towards the lighthouse, I went to the part that's like a dead end. And just to see like the apartments that like the townhomes that way, how the road is paved, like listen.
It's nice.
It's nice.
It's nice.
And everybody is out early in the morning walking.
It's a very active community.
Very active community. It's beautiful. And it's beautiful because of the planning that went into to get it that way. Like, it didn't just pop up being that way. Because we grew up.
We grew up and it wasn't like that.
It was nothing like that, right?
Nothing.
So to see what it is now, for me being involved with the city, to know that takes planning, years of planning and having the right people doing things. And not the city, they don't do everything right, but when they do something right, we should be just as loud about the things they do right as we are about the things we're opposed to. And I think, the messaging right now going out from our number one fan, Step, is that the city don't do a damn thing. Like, they're being micromanaged right now. They're being micromanaged. And I think that is counterproductive to progress and the things that we need to be done. Because think about it. If you got a commission of 6 people that meet twice a month and you want to micromanage, how much y'all think we gonna get done? I don't think much gonna get done. But okay, we got a guest in the building, y'all. And listen, I asked this woman to come on about a few months ago. Like I said, I have been saying, I want you to come on the podcast. I want you to come on the podcast. And we finally got a date for her to come. And I'm grateful that she's coming because she's a candidate that's running in District 1. Step, guess who she's running against?
Pheasant?
Yes. So she's running against.
She's running against our number one fan.
Number one fan. And she is, not only is she running, but KERIANN serves on multiple boards in the city, right?
Yes.
So what boards do you use?
Ooh, where do we want to start? So I have been very fortunate to serve on the Planning and Zoning, Economic Development. I am on the Northwest CRA Advisory Board. I'm also on the Sample McDougall House, the Chamber of Commerce Board, and I feel like I'm missing one.
Well, what time do you have to do anything else? It's just...
I plan my schedule very accordingly. I make sure I'm very organized. But that's the one thing that I enjoy is giving back to my community. Mm-hmm. So the more that I can do that and the bigger impact I can have, the better I feel as a person.
Well, we know we can't vote for you. So I appreciate you coming and having
Just
this
your support is
conversation because we cannot vote for you. So
Right.
this is just a conversation that we're having so that we are building bridges with District 1 because, you know, in my opinion, what my relationship, and I can't speak for the community, but my relationship with the representation that District 1 has right now isn't the best. And, you know, to me, it speaks. You sat here, before I asked you to come on, and we haven't had any conversations like before this. My representation and my knowledge of what District 1 was the commissioner. You know, so I'm curious of who is KERIANN and what is your vision and how are you going to be a friend to the Northwest, because I don't think we actually have one with the current commissioner now.
Right, so there's a few questions in that, right? One, I think we're all one Pompano. You know, so yes, we have District 1, we have the different districts, and we've got to, you know, pay attention to the residents and what they want for those different districts. But I think we're all one, and if we can all raise each other up, you know, that just makes Pompano even better. Forgot the other questions, but you know, I think it's important looking at the vision of. I've been a resident since 2002. I was here, you know, when there really wasn't anything in Pompano. You know, we didn't really have restaurants. We didn't have places to go. Now I look around, and you know, there's just so much opportunity. You know, whether if you want, I don't go any outside of Pompano. I mean, I literally have everything in my backyard. So we have, you know, we have very active lifestyle. We have pickleball. We even have a little airport. We've got, you know, the restaurants. We've got, bars and, you know, just fun. And, you know, to me, it's such a unique community because it feels very small. Yes, it's growing. And I think that's the important piece right now. It's growing and we got to continue with progress. But at the same time, we have to control that. You know, we got to, you know, for example, you know, before we start making code changes, amendment changes and things like that, let's really make sure that we know what impact that's going to have. Because I have 3 children. I raised my kids in Pompano Beach, and I want them to come back to Pompano, you know, when the schooling is done and raise their children here.
Right.
One thing, I'm very active in the Historical Society. Love going to their meetings and learning about the history of Pompano. I want my kids engaged with that. And so, you know, they're part of that history as well. So I think, you know, there's no other community, in South Florida, to me, that has anything better.
I like the fact that you can bring in what, you know, you see in happening around District 1. And I love the fact that the pickleball and the restaurants and all, I love all of those things that are happening because it gives us options. Where I am with it is that what has happened on the east side, the opportunity now for Northwest to have stuff in our backyard that we can go to and restaurants and things, it seems to keep getting pushed. Like, keep waiting. Something always come up. And this long before Commissioner Fezzik came in, it's just always been something. 30 plus years, this community has been waiting for an opportunity to just show what we're made of. And I don't think we are at a point of needing to prove anything to anyone. I just think it's due. It's
your time.
It's our time. It's like this is our time. However, with it being our time, we got other commissioners that seem to center themselves in that conversation. And yeah, I get it. We are one city. We are one city. However, when you talk about the direct impact that's going to happen to the Northwest community, there is a lot of conversation from District 1 and District 3 about what they think should happen there. And it's not that, you know, input shouldn't happen, but their voice is heard over the community's voice. Right. And I think that's unfair.
Right.
I think that's unfair.
But There is not. The reason that's happening is because the person who's supposed to represent our commission, our district, is not standing up for us. She's not. She doesn't say anything. But when it's their fight, she has emotion. She has time to talk. She has time. But when it comes to her community, she has no comment.
She's actually said no comment a couple times.
She has no comment. So that's why they're comfortable with the way they can jump over us or keep pushing us back, because she doesn't have a comment.
Well, I mean, I think she said it, that, you know, she's never been inspired by this project. She's never.
So what inspires you? She also doesn't tell us what inspires her. She also doesn't tell us her plan. She tells us nothing. So we don't know. That's why we always push back.
Yeah.
I agree. As a resident, and when you go to the commission meetings and you sit there and you feel the pushback, you want them as a commissioner to tell us, okay, what's the vision? You have access to all the residents. Mm-hmm. You're talking to so what is that vision? Because if we had that, you know, and from what I understand, you know, that's the downtown project. Now, can some things be tweaked? Of course. You know, we're, you know, 12 years out from estimates that I hear, but we gotta move the project.
You gotta move.
We gotta move it. Yeah, and then we you know, as we move forward,
tweak and change as it goes, seeing what work. Okay, this isn't working, so let's do this. But to have it stand still because you don't have a comment,
pride.
Yeah,
it's like we're trying to find another reason, another excuse, another reason, and it's really ego and pride, because, you know, District 4 has a lot of talent, a lot of great minds, a lot of people who are ready for an opportunity to push forward. Because a lot of us, we leave and we don't come back. With the meeting we had last night, we went to the Martin Luther King meeting, and it was just a few of us in there, but they had it to welcome us in. We were the young people in there, but we were amongst, you know, elders who were welcoming for us to come and give ideas and take over and do stuff.
And they were listening.
And they
enjoyed our ideas.
Yeah. And they welcomed us to step up, do more, take it. And it was like sitting there, and then, you know, the president, he was sitting there and it would look like he was about to fall asleep. I say, see, this is why we need to come on, because these people tired. They is tired. We need to get involved. And it, you know, it's time. You know, it is really time for us to do it. And I don't want to alleviate, you know, our community from the accountability we need to speak up, because how many times I've been to a lot of commission meetings, and when it comes to the Northwest, it's very reactionary. It's never proactive. It's never let's get here, let's get there, and because we know it's coming. This project been coming. This has been coming 30 years. I got involved 10, 11 years ago. Okay.
And how much progress have you seen since then?
In District 4? Mm-hmm. None.
What about you?
None.
I'm
talking about district, yeah. What I wanted to say, what I was thinking is, when I first met you, because I was new on the Northwest Advisory Board, and I remember you coming to these meetings and the ideas you would bring. Mm-hmm. And so you didn't just come to, you know, to complain or to, you know, to just talk. You actually came with ideas. Mm-hmm. And it was nice to see someone of your generation, you know, as you guys are talking, I'm even thinking we almost need that next layer too. Mm-hmm. You know, like my daughter's age.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
the 25 years old, my daughters and stuff. Yeah, we talked about that.
And that's what we talked about last night, because when I presented one of the ideas for a brunch, and I said that we were going to celebrate, you know, women 20s, 30s, and beyond. The older women was like, well, no, you know, they're kids. I don't want to party with kids. But I had to break it down to them. We have to get that bridge from those 40s, those 50s and 60s to the 20s and 30s, because these kids, the new generation is different, and they're equipped different, and they're ready.
Yeah.
Like, they're not filling out job applications. You know what they're doing?
Starting businesses.
They're starting businesses.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of those kids I seen, like, came out of class of 2020. I'll start with, like, class of, like, 2020. I seen one of the young kids celebrate his 19th birthday. His 19th birthday, he bought a box truck.
Wow, I know. It's crazy.
He bought a box truck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he bought a box truck.
Right.
My daughter is 21. She'll be 22. And I wanted her to do hair. She does my hair. I don't have my hair done because guess what? She's into graphics. So all of like our graphics now that we're starting to do, like the one with the announcing of the me to the show, she's into graphics, and she's
great.
self-learned. She's self-taught.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she just started one day. One day she came to me and was like, "Look at this flyer I made."
Right.
And that just their generation, the next generation, they have so much talent.
They need to be at the table.
They
They have to.
Yeah.
You
They have
cannot
to.
talk about this downtown project and say, or anything with this city that is built now. You cannot talk about this project and talk about building for future generations and they not at the table.
Right.
You
Right.
cannot. And anybody who's doing that, you're doing it out of vanity. This cannot be for the next generation if you're purposely keeping them from the table. And that was my issue with the list that Commissioner Perkins came up with in the select group that she had. Because even though only one person has publicly said they were part of that group, I've heard names, and the name I've heard, nobody in that group 40 in the 45 or younger.
But why
nobody.
is it a secret? And
Nobody.
that's what makes it. That's what makes it like eyebrow raising. Because why nobody want to say who in the group?
Well, I mean,
Why is it a secret? If we're talking about community and we're talking about benefiting the community, why is it a secret? Who on the list? Like, what's the gatekeep on that?
You know, it's something you should be proud of too. So if you're on the list and you're making those decisions, I would be, talking about it.
I would be too, but hey, for some reason people don't want others to know, and at the end of the day, it all comes out. At one point, it's gonna come out. But listen, I want to take a moment right now. I want to drop step. There's some that say announcement, right? Because I got to get into it. We got to go ahead and get into it because we got Miss KERIANN in the building. So we got to go ahead and just talk about some stuff, right? So, KERIANN, I remember when I found out you were running. And it was from a post on social media. So, the mayor posted, "Great news for Pompano Beach." Let's just start there. The come out. It's like a diss track. I feel like
Tupac. KERIANN, have you ever heard Tupac?
Of course.
Diss track.
Did I hear you out there listening to Eminem in the car?
Oh, yeah.
I'm like,
Oh, she was prepared. This is the moment.
Yeah.
What you was listening to? Let me see.
I'm like a 2 Live Crew. I mean,
Oh!
like Easy. Yeah.
Oh! Wait a minute.
okay.
Easy might be my favorite. So yeah. Listen.
Cruising down the street
In
in
my
my
6'4".
6'4".
Shocking.
Yes.
I got it.
So I will say when I saw that, I say,
See, I walked in and said Rex Gangster.
Rex from Pompano too. See, and that's what they fail to realize. Like,
Exit 36.
he's exit 36 too, okay? He said, "You'll make a great addition to the city commission. Let me know what I can do to help." This is how I found out she was running. Because he shared it, right? So, now I think, because of that, that has kind of put, I don't even know what you call it, but it's some energy.
Yeah,
up
I'm waiting for
there.
the words.
The energy
Yeah.
up on the dais right now because of that.
Because they make sure they bring that up every
They bring it up all the time.
because he made a post and said he was welcoming someone.
You're publicly supporting.
Because is that what she was trying to hint at today? Because she was like, "Oh, so how is it when they are they able to make a?" Oh no, she was talking about contracts, consultants, like if they make a list, can it be public? And he was like, no, that's just saying like the ratings of it. She was like, oh, because I don't think that should be discussed publicly. Like, what are you talking about?
She's a bowl of confusion, and I refuse to go that deep into it, you know. So this came out, and the mayor has, you know, endorsed you, and I want to know, like, what made you want to run? What pushed you to do this? Because you've been here since 2002.
2002. Like I said, I'm on many boards and really love doing that. And I just started to look at the leadership and the vision, and I said it's time. So, you know, I think it was at the moment. I don't know if there was a moment, but you know, there's a few moments. And I think we've discussed some of those. But you know, I think the city deserves real leadership and real vision.
I mean, especially coming from District 1. You know, District 1, you guys are, you know, y'all paying the load for the city.
Yeah.
With you in District 5, District 1 and District 5. So that's what I say. It's like what my relationship with District 1, and it's not a full representation of everybody in District 1. I will not say that, but keep in mind, if I don't have a reason to go over to District 1, my only example of what District 1 people are like is the commissioner.
Yeah.
And we've gotten to know her very well through social media.
Yeah.
And I'm concerned for the future of this city under certain leadership. And I don't shy away from that. I say it because it's needed to be said. Like, you have to check people when they cross the lines. And I'm constantly under fire. The podcast is constantly under fire. And, you know, I choose to, you know, utilize my First Amendment rights, you know, to, you know, speak freely. However, that is always questioned of why I do it, you know, because I am part of Lotus Mindset, which is a consultant for the city. But how I've been doing this podcast for a very long time. Steph, how long we've been rocking for a while. When I was paying you with Sunday dinner.
18.
Yeah, we've been rocking for a long time. And then,
COVID.
right, before she became commissioner. And I don't know, you've served on many boards.
Yep. So I was also going to say this is, I think there's got to be a level of experience too. So prior to me owning my own brokerage, real estate brokerage, I used to run the radio market. So I was a market president for 7 radio stations, hence the music that I
Okay, yeah, okay.
And you know, and in that I had 250 employees. We ran, you know, 2 major events, which was the Riptide and Chili Cook-Off. And so I come with a level of leadership, experience, knowledge. I understand culture, you know, and I think that really helps someone as they get into this role, because you have to get to know people. You have to listen to everybody, you know, and then you have to take that and collaborate and then move the city forward. And so, you know, I just think that there has to be some experience that comes with it.
Yeah, and I don't think the current representative had that leadership before coming in of serving community, and I think it's why her approach has been as it is. And you know, that's facts. Like, I don't factually serving community. I don't think she sat on any board prior to becoming a commissioner, and I think that should kind of be a prerequisite. I think we need to look at our charter and make sure whoever is running has some level of community involvement throughout the city, because it creates an issue where you have agents of chaos working against the progress of the city.
Yeah, I think that would bring so much value if you had to sit on certain boards.
Yeah.
Because I can tell you that when people sit on boards, they're not even really educated to do the job. And then you start to realize as they're making decisions, you've probably seen it yourself, sometimes on the commission, where they're making decisions and they don't even know what they're making a decision for, or they don't understand the full, ramification or the total outcome. And so then they make the wrong decision, and then you're stuck with it. So
we see those decisions all the time, especially when it comes to the Northwest. But I want to make sure I say this, that I wholeheartedly believe that we all have to have a voice. Everybody needs a voice. However, not everybody deserves an audience, because sometimes when you give people an audience, they put on a show, like a Broadway show. And it seems like a lot of the conversation that is happening on that dais is for sound bites. Like, let me say something so I know I can go here and pull this to post on social media. And the problem with that, when you take, civics to social media, there are people, you can't control that. You can't control social media like you can control a city. Right. And the mayor is sitting there and he can say, hey, move this person. You can't. Once it hits social media, you cannot control it.
It takes a life of its own.
It takes a life of its own. And leaders especially need to be very responsible with that, because you're also inciting, outrage things. And a lot of it is misput. It's misput. Like, you're not even telling the whole story. Speaking of not telling the whole story, there's a Twister video. Step, I want you to get ready, because, our commission, certain people on our commission, they are twisters. That's my new name for them. Twisters. They're twisters. And the twisters, they take an issue that's straight. This is here. Here are the parameters. This is what it is. This is why we're doing it, and we move it here. They take that and make it a pretzel. It's all combobulated. All discombobulated. And that's the problem. Okay? Well, Step, remember I told you we got somebody fighting to be our new #1 fan now. Right? We got somebody fighting, right? So there's a Twister video. I want you to put that up. Step, roll the clip.
When we were at that meeting, Shakay, the commission meeting about the bridge, you remember the meeting about the bridge? And
the $14 million. The 14 you start calling this stuff. You don't be putting the right suffix on this stuff. $14 million.
The $14 million bridge for District 3, the $14 million Six Terrace Bridge. And the
that only cost $7 million.
Yeah.
So as I look at that, the camera didn't even go on Kim.
It didn't. Okay, but Steph, pull up the Twister. Go to Nope. It's a image that say Nope. So y'all see, did y'all see who page that was on? Social media page, Instagram page that was on. Listen, that's just, I take it as an honor. See if we can blow that up if you can right there. That was on our vice mayor's page. Now, listen, I did the podcast last Thursday and I was out of town. Mm-hmm. I went to Orlando, because I'm a poet that people actually want to see. They pay to come and see, but I haven't been able to do it as often. But I said, let me go this weekend. They asked me. It was a good friend of mine's birthday, 40th birthday, and he put on this big poetry jam in Orlando. Oh my gosh.
I saw the social media.
It was amazing. All black, just beautiful, right?
I like an all black event.
Yes, a coordinated event. It was nice. It was really nice. Went to Thursday. I posted a clip Friday, right? And I get on the road, and all of a sudden, I get this, scroll up, and I see, Step, we on the vice mayor's social media page. We made it. Mama, we made it.
We are here.
We here. We made her page. And I want to thank her for introducing me to the residents of District 3. Nice to meet you all. I hope you all stay, subscribe. Listen, we talk about everything Pompano, and I think you'll like it over here. We got personality. We got personality over here. But I want to read something to you all, District 3. And I want to make sure you all understand what happened, because give me a minute here. I'm going to tell this story, something like a poet, okay? There is no way to sugarcoat this. Things are not right in Pompano Beach. I was surprised and disappointed to see a recent podcast by two paid city consultants, RMA and Lotus Mindset, mocking an important infrastructure project in District 3, the 6th Terrace Bridge. Stop right there, okay? Both Lotus Mindset is represented here. However, this isn't a Lotus Mindset podcast. This is the Roundtable Project, because I'm an entrepreneur, okay? I've been doing this for 7 years, long before this contract with the city to do community outreach and engagement for the downtown project. Let me say that and let me clear it up. The Roundtable Project is the owner here of the Bottom Up Podcast, okay? RMA, Kim Breesmeister, did come on the podcast. Actually, I was told by Commissioner Perkins to bring her on the podcast. I wonder if you know that. I wonder if you know that Commissioner Perkins asked me to invite Kim Breesmeister to come on the podcast. But hey, let's get back to this. These are the same consultants pushing for the city to take on $200 million in new debt for a new city hall and parking garage and EPAT Larkin Center. You forget to add that in when you talk. You always forget the EPAT Larkin Center, because that's part of it too. It's not just City Hall and a parking garage. It's City Hall, parking garage, and a new EPAT Larkin Center. You got to tell your people the whole truth, because I don't know how they can trust you if you just tell them part of the truth. Nonetheless, let's keep going. Conveniently, one of them happens to live right behind the McNabb Bridge, the very bridge now being raised 4 feet. I think you both live over there. So it serves both of you, okay? This isn't just poor judgment. It's disrespectful to our longtime residents and another example of how your tax dollars are being wasted on consultants who stoke the vision. Now, I want to say this. Your tax dollars don't pay for this, people. Matter of fact, I pay for this, okay? I've been paying and investing on a single mother budget for years in my dreams to build up my business, my empire for my kids, okay? I don't just have Bottom Up Podcasts. I also have Small Towns Needs Poetry too. I also have the Kegel Crew. I'm a creative. I create a lot of different things. I'm not a one-trick pony, and as much as you try to keep trying to put me in this box, I think you got to accept the fact that I'm not what you're trying to make me out to be. But hey, if you want to continue to tell your people this, go right ahead. Now, I want to point out something. You said that 2 paid consultants mocking. Now, you was here.
That was actually.
Let's play the whole clip though, because you only played about 25 seconds. I want to make sure we play the whole clip. And that clip is called, nope, that's the history. What is that clip called? I think it's called, do you see the clip with with Mr. Fisher? Do you see that one? Because we're going to play that whole clip, because you only pointed out 25 seconds. And can I add that 25 seconds that you picked out? Let me tell you how insensitive that is that you did that. That was a very important episode. It was a very important episode. We talked about redlining, the history of redlining and what it did to Black communities and what it did to Black families that systemically kept them out of building generational wealth through home ownership. We talked about how we can make that better and make that right as a city. We talked with an expert, RMA, redevelopment expert, who's built all over Delray, Palm Beach. We talk to them because their name keeps coming up in our community as if there's something wrong. I created a bridge, a platform, so the community can hear from them instead of you all telling the community who they are. You took that opportunity and made an episode that was talking specifically to a community who has been misled, misdirected, and you made it about you. 25 seconds. I'm talking, it was an hour and 45 minutes. And you took 25 seconds and posted it on your social media, and you talk about we stoking division. Why don't you point your constituents to the history of the Northwest District that we talked about in that episode? But you made it about you. You made it about you. And to me, that doesn't speak leadership. You're stoking the division here because what did you say?
All I said was the bridge was $14 million. That's
a fact. That's a fact. We weren't mocking the bridge. I was actually laughing because you keep bringing up the fact that it's $14 million, that the $14 million came up. But at no point.
Every time we go to ask for something, she questions the price of it. So I only did what she do.
You did. And I think that's a good point because the vice mayor, her whole thing is about us being fiscally responsible. Fiscally responsible. And yet and still, when it came to a project that was your community, that fiscal responsibility went out the window. Like, no, that don't apply to us. Give us this right now, and I don't care if we break the bank. Break it. And I'm saying this because you posted that on your page. You posted us. Thank you, by the way, for posting and promoting the Bottom Up podcast every Thursday, 7 p.m. on YouTube and Facebook. And make sure y'all subscribe, because if you don't subscribe, we're not going live on Facebook come the new year. So make sure you subscribe. Thank you, however, though, Vice Mayor, for promoting us. However, make sure when you write that you say exactly what happened. RMA said nothing about that bridge. Kim Breesmeister said nothing, not one word about the bridge. She just was here. And this is what you guys continuously do to the community to make people go against people and different consultants because you have personal vendettas against them. And I don't even know what her personal vendetta is against me, other than the fact I didn't ask y'all for permission. I just took my set of skills and went to the city and offered, hey, here's a sole source contract. And I want to do this for my community because I'm here. And honestly, I did it because I didn't think nobody else could do it.
Well, I'm glad that you did it, and I'm glad that you're creating a bridge, because then we get to meet people like KERIANN. And again, I've been on there studying, and I'm looking to get into real estate.
That's awesome.
So, like, what type of advice would you give someone to me that's looking to, step into real estate, especially now with, all the redevelopment going on? Because I'm looking more like commercial. What do you think?
So I don't specialize in commercial. I do mostly single family homes. But what you just said is, how do I step into it? You got to just jump full force. I mean, it's not a career where you can just dabble in it. It's hard. If you really want to be successful and make it your career, you really have to just go full in. And that's what I did.
Yeah, so that's what I'm definitely looking into. So I definitely wanted to meet new people, get new conversations, make a conversation, and see how I can go ahead and dive right in to some real estate and, just create some different conversations, because right now as it's going, my commissioner doesn't see that her community needs that. We need some more realtors. We need some more, investors, or, people thinking engineers, like things like that. And we're held back from that because they're so focused on other things. So I'm glad that you're here, because I get to add. I've met someone else from a different district, and just to have a conversation and a contact.
Here's what I'll also say is, I think Pompano has so much opportunity because we are still growing. So what I tell my clients or my investors is, what you buy in Pompano, you're going to pay double in Fort Lauderdale and triple in Boca.
Really?
Oh, absolutely. And then I say, but what's awesome about it is you still have the opportunity to grow, your your investment, so there's still that really great growth opportunity. Pompano, again, to me, you have everything. You have from the east of the beach, and then all the way, when you go west, you have a casino. I mean, and everything else in between there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What other city has that? I mean, it's just a really special place to be.
You definitely have the beach, the casino. You definitely have that type of stuff. And then you say single homes, so what's the difference in like doing single homes versus doing like a customized home of real estate?
There's the new developments that you could get. So I love that you're asking these questions, because I think you can become an expert in a bunch of different ways. So one, you could be a single family home. You could focus on waterfront. You can, focus on the condo market. You can also focus on new development. I mean, there's just so many different, or commercial, like you said. That's kind of like a cool area where I really haven't dived into, so why don't you learn that, and then you can come back to me and teach me.
Listen, I tell you what we can do. I can learn that, and then in the midst of me learning that, you teach me single homes, because I have friends that are single parents that I want them to get out of renting and to get into single homes. And if they can buy a home from me, and we can work out some plans, that'll work out perfect.
That's how we keep the money in the community.
You're saying, so then you can also focus on whether it's maybe their first time buyers, and you help and guide them through that process. So there's just, whatever you like and enjoy and want to help people, there's an avenue, no matter where you're at in real estate.
I definitely want to see if we can have some conversations.
You got it. I'm here. You got my number now.
I have your number now.
Steph, I sent you a video. Did you get it? All right. I think that's it. We gonna ride with it and see. Either way, I was supposed to send that video, but Steph, roll the clip. Oh, you want a second? I pulled the trigger too quick right there. I didn't give you time, but.
I was going to mention, I think we were talking about earlier. What were we talking about? Hold on. I had it in my notes. Let's see. Sorry.
She's taking notes and everything.
Hold on. Let's see. So that's what I want to say. I think this, when you become a commissioner, it's not about learning on the fly, right? And I think that's what happens is people get into those jobs and I kind of touched on it earlier, but they're learning as they're going. You've got to be prepared when you come to these meetings. To me, it's it's more of an overview, because prior to the meeting, you should already know how you're going to vote. You should already have talked to the residents. You should know how they feel. And, so when you go to those meetings, they shouldn't last 8 hours long.
Yeah, the meeting was still going on when we got here. And I think it's still going on from 1 o'clock today. And I don't understand that, because I know they have full access to staff. Staff is going to get with them on anything. And I think, honestly, what has happened with specifically the District 1 commissioner is if the city right now, if someone asks the city to calculate how much time has been put into gathering public record requests.
I've heard
how much time has gone into getting these documents and things and reports and to the commissioner. So here is just logic kicking in. You are asking for stuff going back 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years. However, what's in front of you right now needs you to do the research, but because you're researching from back here, you're not able to keep up with what's happening right now.
Vision, having the vision.
There is a vision because you're trying to dig up something. Right. See, an archaeologist isn't the person you need to have in the seat when you're trying to move forward in progress. They're digging for bones back here.
Versus Jurassic Park.
Yeah, you're talking about Jurassic Park.
But you're spot on.
Yeah, I mean, but this is what it is, and I'm fairly certain that no matter what city you're in, no matter what family, and this isn't just city government, family, relationships, whatever. If you go back, you're going to find some bones. You're going to find some bones. However, what can you do about what happened back there?
Let's move forward.
There is nothing you can do about what happened back there. You got to move forward. And the fact that it shows how unprepared she is because she's digging back here. And she's not finding anything that I think is like this smoking gun, but yet she keeps digging. Even today at the meeting, I left and there was a conversation about the parking garage. And she needed some documents from the parking garage. And the city clerk actually asked, like, what is it that you're looking for? Because I tried to contact you last week and to, find out, and I wasn't getting. She's like, I wasn't in last week. You the most vacationist taken in, took vacations all. You're not available during the time when you're supposed to be doing the research and getting it, but then you want to take the meeting to ask those questions. And again, it shows how unprepared you are when it comes to making these decisions, and you hold up progress to help you catch up. It's like, I'll never forget in school, and this is what I hated about school. I hated it. Teacher give assignment, homework, read the book. You know what your syllabus say. Your syllabus say this is what we got to do. Show up here. I did my work. And I show up and we going on, we ready to go. And now somebody come all late and they want to go back. But I'm ready to move forward because I did the homework. Now I got to sit here while you read and catch up. And that to me is where we are. We're at a point where there are people who have done the research, asked the questions, and they're prepared to come and do the business. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't think everything should just be a blank yes. Right. No, right. You definitely need to do your due diligence, but there has not been a single item where there isn't a full-on monologue about, well, I need these documents. I asked for these documents and I asked for these documents. And I need this and I did this. And it's like, are you an archivist or a commissioner? Because all of these documents you're getting, how has that made the community better?
Right. I think as a commissioner, you need to know what projects are happening in your district.
Yeah.
So, for example, a parking garage. You need to know that that's happening. So instead of on the day that you're about to vote, learning about it or trying to understand the history of it or whatever was happening, you should be part of that process early on so that you're helping steer that process. So that when you do get to that vote, you get consensus from your colleagues, because you're already on board. You already know. You're leading that charge. Mm-hmm. And that would just, to me, that's the process that needs to happen.
But you want to know something else too? The community Pompano has to show up because those meetings are empty. And those meetings are empty and the people are the ones who vote for those who are on the dais. So again, I'm glad that you're here so they get to see who else is going against her. And I wish that we had someone else in District 4 too. But, we
don't.
And it's like the seats are empty, so the community don't get to see exactly what's going on up there. Yeah. They don't see what they voted for.
Right. You got it? Okay. Continuation of the Twister video. I think this is what it is. Let's play it. Step, roll the clip.
Scared.
You see, I know, right?
I'm scared.
I ended up moving on 7th Avenue in the little house. Y'all know them little houses right there on 7th Avenue, right? That's where I was at, right? Baby, that was a time, right? But when I moved over there, I called Miss McGirt, and I say, Miss McGirt, I'm just letting you know, me and my family, my kids, we over here on 7th Avenue. And Miss McGirt say, what you doing over there? Why you over there? You got that baby over there? She was like, call Commissioner Perkins and tell, you over there. So I was like, okay. I called Commissioner Perkins. Say, I'm over here, I was having problems. Listen, slumlord, baby. Yeah. I'm talking about you can't even turn the water fountain on without getting shocked. Like it was flooding. It was just so much going on. So I called Commissioner Perkins and told her, and she told me, call Kim Briesmeister.
I didn't know that.
She gave me, I say, well, I ain't got her phone number. I'll send it to you. She sent me her number, and I called Kim. November 2022, right? So I called Kim. Kim sounded surprised, like all I don't like. She was like, he's been cussing me out, going off for coming up to these kids. Not what you calling me for? What you calling me for? Like, that's what I would have been like. I ain't even gonna hold you. That's what I've been like. But I called you.
Okay.
And when I called you, I told you what was going on. And I told you the commissioner gave me my number. And you said, okay, let's talk. And we started talking.
Right.
And we're here. So I wanted to bring that up because here it keep coming up actually when the commissioner brought up that, RMA brought in these 4 ladies. But she's speaking about Lotus Mindset.
Yeah.
And I wanted to make sure people know where that came from. Mm-hmm. But for years, we didn't know. We was on opposite ends of things. But think about it. When
You told me to call Kim.
You told me to call Kim.
You sent me up there.
I called you for help.
For you to help me.
And you told me to call Kim. You know Kim can help, but you don't want Kim to help. Think that's something? Why?
You thought Kim wasn't gonna help me.
You thought? Oh, you think that's what it was?
You thought because you want RMA out because you feel like they ain't doing whatever your reason is because it's confusion. Whatever it is, you thought Kim wasn't gonna help me. It's like you was showing me. I'm gonna show you something. Let me show you this.
Well, I ain't never think of that. Step. Roll the clip.
That word will be correct.
So, okay, Step, and also there's some 7th Avenue images. You can just rotate them right now. And then I'm bringing this up because this is, again, Vice Mayor Fournier pulled up 25 seconds out of that episode where we were talking about, the conditions and redlining and things. And these images that you guys are seeing right now, if you ride over there right now, the community looks just like that right now. I was there in 2022 to 2023, specifically in that area. So, you're talking about stoking division, but to me that you're weaponizing a community to come against what we are doing in a community that deserves the priority and the attention right now for this city, and you keep centering yourself in this community. And that's when I say that I'm not biting my tongue with that, because that episode was about us and how do we help make things better, because we have been kept out of generational wealth. We have been redlined. We have had a lot of things that we're not getting done through the city, be it because of the elected official or because of systemic racism, whatever. There are many issues we can point to. However, we were having a conversation about my community, and we're having it from a solution standpoint. And you took that shot to say to your constituents that we were making a mockery out of a bridge. This is the house right here where I was living. 700 square feet, paying $1,800.
That's the part.
$1,800.
$1,800.
Wow.
Oh yeah, that's that. And
you see how low the power line is right there? It was like because you can see right there through. That's the health department place right there, right? And I'm saying all of this because it rubs me the wrong way when you can sit up there, you could talk about where the Northwest has been left out of the Northwest, but you took that opportunity to post that on your page and make it about a brick, 25 seconds, when really what we were talking about, is the fact that one of the subcontractors that stood up at that meeting about the bridge, that subcontractor also has a contract to refurbish homes in the Northwest District from the $10 million settlement. They got like 60% of those funds to do that, and they have not completed it. And the county commissioner, Lamar Fisher, brought that up. That's what we were talking about. We were talking about the fact that you're saying, hey, you want to give $14 million to this vendor to build a bridge and have it built in a certain amount of time. But one of their subcontractors who stood up there and spoke on behalf haven't even completed the work in our community. And this is the issue, because we keep getting the generic shit. We keep getting subpar. We keep getting people who just step over us, but go to your community and get top dollar, and you want it to happen when you want it, how you want it, and you don't care how it affects other districts. That's what we were talking about. But again, you keep making stuff about you. And that was not about the bridge. That was about the consultant that has not even finished the work in the community right now. There are elderly people right now waiting for their roofs to be done, waiting for windows to be put in, waiting for all kind of things to be done, and stuff that they got this money way back. The county right now they about to start asking them for that money back. But you said nothing to your community about that. You said nothing to your community. Let your community know you advocating for these people to get this $14 million, and one of their consultants ain't even finished the work that they supposed to be doing over here. And they also working on the McNabb Bridge. So we just gonna keep giving the same people all this money, and then they can do everything else right on time in other districts. But in our districts,
they can't do it.
They ain't got the time. Like that's where I have a problem. That's where I have a problem. You want to talk about doing things fair, and you're for all of the community. That's not what that spoke to when I saw what you put. But hey, you wanted to keep taking your punches at consultants, but they want the consultants they want.
How do you think we get the community to these meetings?
It's a great question. I don't have the answer, but I think you know what it is.
That's what I'm saying. I'm quiet because I'm trying to figure out how.
It's difficult. People, well, maybe not have them 8 hours.
Yeah.
But I will say, I think making sure that people are aware, and now social media is bigger than ever, so that's a tool. You use all the tools. I mean, you do a great job with communicating. Each district commissioner should probably be making sure that they're communicating, and it's the outreach, right? So but we do. You're so right. We need to get people.
We do. It's imperative that we get people involved, and especially with the fact it's coming into an election year. They're gonna start passing out turkeys.
Yeah, we don't need no turkeys. We don't need turkeys. We need a success plan. I like that one. I'm gonna start using that one. You're probably gonna see me posting about success plans and exit plans. We don't need turkeys.
But it's true. I mean, if we give people the opportunity, people will step up. Yeah. And so, but we got to give them the opportunity.
We got to give them the opportunity.
Well, we had the opportunity on the 29th.
On the 29th, Steph, get ready to put up that Audacity video. The 29th, deadlock. There's an image that says deadlock. So recently the city, we know we had these votes come up about City Hall. We've had 3, and they all failed for various reasons, but failed nonetheless. One important one, you have the deadlock image. Okay, get that one. So the city has a hefty price tag of approximately, $100 million, maybe less. Savings that was on the table through public financing, and I want to hear from you. Where are you with this? Public financing, private financing? How has this impacted your constituents? Well, not
Yeah.
your residents, not yet. Oh, yeah, we can't vote for you, KERIANN. So,
But we can make sure we go.
I think it was a reckless decision. You know, anytime you're going to save your residents $100 million, you know, and I've heard the number being thrown out, whether it's 80 million or, you know, more. I mean, that's a lot of money, right? That you're saving the residents. So I keep asking myself every time I hear them vote against it, I'm trying to wrap my head around why. And there's never a reason of why you would vote against the public financing. I don't have an answer. The only thing I can come up with is if you're trying to stop the project.
oh, I think you hit the nail on the head with that one.
But if you stop the project, what's the plan?
Exactly.
If this project stops, because right now District 4 has a lot of empty lots right now.
Yeah.
If you stop that project, if that project is stopped, you have to have a project ready to go.
Yeah.
It's no sitting to the table. It's no layout. It's no blueprint. It's no nothing. It's no we have to figure it out. Nothing. There has to be a plan because
if you want to stop a project, then you better have the vision of what's going to happen. Is what.
And
you're
we've
saying.
been looking for
Yeah.
that. Like, I think there's been a lot of conversation from them about, okay, well, what we don't want, but nothing about what do we want.
Because what do we want?
Right.
What
if you come up with a brilliant idea, we can all jump on, right? But it's.
I haven't heard of a brilliant idea come from up there yet. Now I'll say this too. You know, we're at a point now where
we're moving down that road.
we're gone.
Right.
You know, it's private financing, moving ahead.
Yeah.
But what happened? What it cost the Northwest was a community benefit package. Totaling about $20 million, 6.5 in cash that could have went to different things, but about a culminating of different things, about 20 million. So where are you with that?
Well, I'll back up a little bit. When I think about the beach and everything that happened there, and what that did to my property value, and what it was then and what it is now, it's amazing. It really is absolutely amazing. And then I think about the Northwest community. You build that project, and what's going to happen to your community and those homes? The value is just going to go up. So that's where I'm at. I mean, I think the train has left the station, and it's now our turn to guide it. So. We're not at the end of the project. There's ways to get to where we need to be to make sure that our kids' generation are going to enjoy that. It's not about right now about what we're going to enjoy. It's about what they're going to enjoy.
Right.
And so, listen, we have an opportunity to build something really, really cool. And being in real estate, I talk about this project. I'm excited about that. I talk about, hey, everything that we did on the east side. But guess what? Take this, west, and we're going to build this beautiful project, in the west. And people are excited about it. They're really excited about it. So why we're trying to pull the project or, stop it or whatever, it doesn't make sense to me.
What is your plan? Steph, I need the camera on me.
Zoom in, Steph. She needed to zoom. Get zoom in.
I'm waiting on. What's the plan if this project fails? If we get rid of this if this project is gone, what's the plan? What's the plan? Yeah. That's it. That's all. What's the plan? I don't care who answer it. What's the plan? Mm-hmm. That's it. What's the plan?
What's the plan? You gotta have one. You gotta have one because you keep telling them this ain't it. Then what is it?
And then you're saying this is not it. What's the plan? Mm-hmm. What's the plan?
Yeah. There's a Audacity video Because there is a statement made by Commissioner Fezzik.
This hurts my feeling every
And
time.
we're going to I want Commissioner Fezzik to know we're going to continuously play this video so that our community knows what she thinks about people in our community. Roll the clip.
That's a sensitive clip for me.
Of many of people in the community who wear different hats, right? But you can't fix everything. And I feel like that's what we're trying to do by throwing all of this together in this. It's a noble concept, and it's one that the community would support, right? Everybody knows that these are things that the community needs. That's what we heard time and again. That's what the community needs. They need these things. However, does it have to be linked to this downtown project? Does it have to be linked to public financing? Or should it be something that the CRA plan should be addressing through TIF funds outside of redevelopment, maybe it's on its own? And they could have been doing that for the past 30 years, right? So, but we haven't gotten there yet. So I applaud the honorable concept, and I agree that we have to treat the whole individual. But you have to also remember that some of the people who will apply will want those services, and some will not. If you want to hear the frustration in anybody's voice, you could talk to Cassie about how much she wants to help everybody. There's some people who just don't want it. The financial literacy, some people might say all in. I would love to learn. There's some people who are not going to know how to do it and don't want to. They're happy with the way that they're doing things, and they like what they're doing. So these are definitely, like you mentioned, socioeconomic problems. They're community problems, but they're ones that we can help and serve, and churches and local businesses, even our CRA programs, should we adopt them or adopt that as part of the plan to focus on those programs rather than it being attached to a downtown that only is okay if or only part of the project if we use public financing. I think it's not right.
So I do want to reiterate again, the whole community benefit trust.
Sorry, I'm not done. Okay. Thank you. And because I only had one more thing, and it's about affordable housing. So on here it says the developer has 15% workforce housing. Well, that's great.
So like I say, we're gonna play that every episode. I want to sear it in the head of the Northwest District of what Commissioner Fezzik thinks about our community. And see, she said the quiet part out loud. Like, even if you think it, you said the shit out loud.
And that's why I am determined to live the life I desire and do everything that I write in this book to do, to show her that that's not the story.
So
I cried after that speech. I actually, no, literally, I left out of there and I went in the bathroom because you don't get to say that. Like, you don't get to say it. And I'm going to continuously say the one time the commissioner was supposed to defend her community, she didn't. She said nothing.
Yeah. It's unfortunate because, I said this to Kim, there's an automatic mistrust when white people show up in our community. That's automatic. There's nothing you can do anything about. There's nothing I can do anything about other than sit down and talk and get to know people to find out who they are, see what they want, what are their intentions. But why would I want to sit down? And I've invited her before you. I've invited her on this show multiple times. Right. You know, she keep bringing up the podcast. Step, get ready. You got the sign? I left the sign. I made a sign and everything. You know, headline. There's a headline, an article. Get ready to pull that up. But I've invited her to come on multiple times, and you know, she don't respond. But that statement, that little piece right there you said, that said so much to this community about what you think about us. And I have a problem because, you know, she became a commissioner, okay? See, here's an article she wrote. She wrote an article, right? City Hall should fear corruption, not questions, writes Pompano Beach Commissioner. Okay, but go to the article, the actual article, right? You'll see it says article. But she wrote in here, and she's talking about, you know, the corruption and all of these things. And this is her opinion. First Amendment right. You have a right to do this, say all of these things. However, when it came to you making that statement came from a very privileged place. Mm-hmm. It came from a very privileged place. You said words like noble, honorable. Everybody knows the community needs this. The community needs it. Mm-hmm. And yet it's still you voted against giving it to them. Right. That's like you saying, I know you need this food to survive.
But I ain't giving it.
But I mean, I ain't.
Wow, that's very impactful right there.
I'm not going to give it to you right now because I need to see, you know, how the grocery store going to load up the shelves. Some shit that don't even matter to me because you could give it to me right now.
Right now.
Mm-hmm. But you want me to wait. All right? And then you go and write this article, she wrote the article before. I just, you know, it's just so much been going on. And she wrote the article. You see right there, she brought up the podcast, right? She brought up the podcast. Broward County Commissioner Lamar Fisher, who has no role in Pompano Beach's internal governance, also chose to involve himself in this matter. He appeared on a podcast produced by one of the city's own consultants to discuss the issue before a city commission meeting even took place, and later spoke publicly during the meeting itself. Let me say this. First, I invited Commissioner Lamar Fisher on the podcast 2 months prior. Because you got to get on his calendar. He's a very busy man.
Yes, he is.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't just call him because you decided to get yourself censured. I say, hey, you want to come over here and talk about this? Because No, he was already on the calendar to come on. It's just so happened you decided to drop your mixtape on social media and then leave the country. That's what you decided to do. Okay, he came on, and I was going to talk to him about more about the. My intentions was to talk to him more about the lawsuit settlement and everything, and just, you know, his role when he was.
He's got so much history.
He got a lot of history here, and I remember Benny Fisher, his father. I very nice guy. I had many conversations with him. And in disagreements, many conversations.
One thing about
disagreements.
You gonna have a conversation
and a disagreement.
It's
gonna go together. But it's gonna be a conversation and a disagreement.
It's gonna be a conversation and a disagreement.
And in the disagreement, a lot of our disagreements came because I didn't know him, and we had opportunity to get, you know. But nonetheless, I bring that up because Lamar Fisher, 4th generation Pompano, whether you like him or not, he is a part of this city. He's a part of our community. He is an actual extension of the relationship we have with the county, because he now serves at a county level. So, yeah, I wanted to talk with him. I've had other. You know, and you talk about, I've had the mayor, the same podcast where the mayor came on, but y'all forget to mention when I also invite y'all friend Commissioner Perkins. She's been on the podcast too, you know? So it's like you're trying to make it like only a select group of people. I've invited you, you know? And these ideas that she formulates in her head and then put on paper or social media, it's a narrative that she's running with. And I'm going to always check you when you drop podcasts, Lotus Mindset, Serica Peterson, Northwest Community, because all of that is about me.
It's flattery. It's flattery.
Yeah. I mean, I honestly think, like, I don't think she realized, or none of them, I don't think they realize every time they bring up the podcast, it makes, like,
you get how many more subscribers?
I get more subscribers, they get more, like, and then it's like, it's almost like we're in a partnership. You got, like, we're in a partnership, Steph, they just, like, solid investors. They just keep giving us more, But it's the problem that you're creating in the community is that I have an issue with you because I am in support of moving the project forward. I don't have an issue with you. Well, hold on. Let me back that up. I don't have an issue with you personally, because I don't know you personally. I don't know nothing about your personal lives. Okay? I got an issue with you professionally. I think the way you handle your business, and when it comes to the business of this city, I think when you how you represent this city, how you speak about our community and the people in our community is disrespectful. And you're so tone deaf. You can't hear yourself because you're only listening to you. And that's a problem when you got a bunch of yes people around you. Y'all only hearing things that affirm what you already got in your head. And that's a problem. That is a problem, because I think there needs to be balance. I've had many times, trust me, I've had the city say stuff to me about the podcast. I've had them say stuff. Why wouldn't they? If I say something that they don't like, they have a right. Just like you do. But guess what? It's a First Amendment right. Right? So if they decide, hey, we're going to let Serica, let Lotus Mindset go, that's not going to stop this podcast. It's actually going to make it unfiltered. It's going to make it unfiltered. And trust me, if you think I'm talking now, like I said, when Don Lemon left CNN, he came Don Lemonade Patron. But he became Patron.
He made some of those lemons.
Yeah, he became Spike Lemonade. Don Spike Lemonade at that point. All right, so KERIANN.
Yes.
I want to thank you.
Thank you
for coming on. And I want to make sure I give you an opportunity to, speak about, your vision. And where do you see, what can we do as people of the great city of Pompano to come together? Mm-hmm. And what is your vision?
I think we talked a lot about the vision. What's that?
What's your pitch?
The camera going on
the camera
you.
right there.
There you go.
There we go.
Hello, Pompano. No, I just want to thank you guys for allowing me to come on tonight. It was a lot of fun, and I think, you watch it and you see how it all interacts, but being here, it's even more special. So I appreciate that. I think the vision is yet to come. We're at the beginning stages, and we need people, we need leaders in this role who can get out of their own way, can bring people together, bring the community together, listen to what people have to say. I don't have all the answers. You don't have all the answers, but as a collective group, we can really fine tune and really understand where we need to go as a community. So, I think it's exciting. We have a lot of projects coming down the pike. You heard about the garage, about Sample McDougal.
Yeah.
There's, that's just on the east side. But then as you move, like I said, as you move to, the west, you got that beautiful downtown, and there's no reason we can't all be part of that. So we just need someone who could drive, we need people who can drive that forward and drive the vision forward.
How do we recruit leaders?
Leaders step up.
Yeah.
You give them an opportunity, leaders will step up.
So how do we create a space?
Well, here's what I will tell you, and I'm glad you brought that up, because I think what certain commissioners now have done is they've created discourse. So it's negativity. And so people don't want to step up because they don't want to get in the crosshairs. I can't tell you how many times people go, you really want to do this? Yeah, I want to do this because I think there's a better way. There's a better way. And so I think if we can stop, I'm not saying you shouldn't question things, absolutely. And not every decision is going to be right. And, and I'm, and I think there's other, things that you need to say no to. But you got to stop the negativity. And the city employees are not all bad people. And, putting that out there and putting a message out there, or consultants. I mean, what's the angst with these consultants? I'm not an expert in everything. I need, advice from people who have the expertise. So embrace the people who have stepped up like yourself and, find that path for them, because right now when you do that, people don't want to step up. They're, I don't want to say afraid, they just don't want to deal with the muck.
Yeah.
And, and if we give people the path, then we will have more leaders.
We will. Well, I'm hoping we do, because
Gotta create an atmosphere
Yeah.
where people are comfortable stepping up to lead.
Absolutely.
So it's so many different how, like Sean commented on YouTube, and she said, how would the community be able to come to a meeting that are at 1 p.m. and we have a working community?
Well, let's say this too. When people ask that question, if you go back about maybe 4 years ago, all the meetings were at 6 o'clock, and nobody still came to the meeting. So they moved that meeting to 1 o'clock so that the working class people, business owners, and different people who are coming, they have time. But even still, the meeting at 1 o'clock today, it's probably still going on, right?
I have another comment because I don't want to lose it.
You're doing the right thing. You got to jump in.
Yeah, I got to jump in. I will also say, if you really want to get involved in the community, get on some of these boards. Go to your commissioner and let them know that you want to do it. So, and that's really how, to me, being on these boards has been very fulfilling, because you have an impact and you could see the impact that you're having. So if someone really wants to get involved in the community, find what you're passionate. I mean, there's a board for everything.
There's a board for everything.
Yeah.
Public arts.
Absolutely.
I was on the public art and the cultural arts committee at one point.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean,
need
there's
to find some boards to get on, because I am into doing those mixers and getting small. I want to do I am going to pursue my nonprofit, which is the HAT, Help Accept and Change in Knowledge. And with that nonprofit is to set up to those who want to do real estate or have those networking events. When I have those mixers, something to offer them, something for them to leave with when they come, especially with the downtown. Am I talking low?
You always talk low, but go ahead.
Because I feel it.
I can hear you.
I feel it.
No, we hear her, but when you play it back,
and I could feel it when I
hear the.
Yeah, so, and that's what I wanted to do, get like-minded people together, because right now in my community, those conversations aren't had. Yeah. So I wanted to, get my network, nonprofit off the ground, and then continue to do mixers monthly, quarterly, different type of mixers. And the thing is, with these mixers, I didn't want them to be where we're just sitting and we're having conversations. I wanted to do them if we meet at Top Golf and have somewhere,
we forgot about
we're at Top Golf and we're there just networking, business minded, or brunch, or tea parties, wine tasting, just to have those events, because that's what I did last year. I did a wine tasting. I did wine tasting in Delray. Downtown Delray.
Yeah.
That's my place. Yeah. And I did a wine tasting, and I invited a few of my friends out, and just for us to have those conversations. I have a lot of friends that are in real estate. I have a lot of friends that have tax businesses. I have a lot of friends that are hairstylists, and just to have those group of women to get together, to have conversation, to build community. So, and I got a little discouraged last year, but I said, you know what? This is my comeback year.
Yeah.
And now I have a little more knowledge to give these ladies, and I have more direction. Wheeler Economics has taught me, and that's
Put
a product
the wheel
of
up, Steph.
that's the product of the Lotus mindset of Wheeler Economics. Cadence doing an amazing job, and that's how I'm able to get that and to have these conversations in a setting like this for my community. Like,
it's about mentorship, right? So if you can find someone who either you can mentor, someone can mentor you, like it would be amazing for myself and my company, since I'm really housed in Pompano Beach, is to give that to somebody in the Northwest community and say, if I once, right now it's crazy because I'm 24 hours a day, campaigning, but once, I become commissioner
I like that. I like how you say that. Once I become,
that's what you have to do.
Speak it into existence.
That's all I had to say.
I love it.
That's it.
But I would love that opportunity where you could mentor someone who really wants to learn and they just need the opportunity, and you learn from someone who's doing it. So it's just giving back. Again, in any way that you can give back to the community, I think is important.
Yeah. I think it'll be cool too, while we're sitting here, while you were talking and got you here, because I'm all about building bridges. A group of your friends, and we get together and we can be friends. And network and bridge building, because Dixie Highway is an invisible wall. And we gotta build.
There's no reason for it.
We gotta build.
It's about getting to know people. And being, like you said, being at these events and having a glass of wine with you and learning about you and what's important to you, and and helping you in any way you can. So what's important to you is not necessarily important to the next person, but but I might have that skill that can help you, or I might know someone who does, and it's about that connection.
And that's all it's about, connection and collaboration.
Absolutely.
That's definitely what it's about. So,
well, we're going to do that. And I think, like I say, we can't vote for District 1 commissioners. We have no say-so in who District 1, 2, 3. I'm in District 5, so I do get a say in District 5. District 4, you got to vote in District 4. Okay.
Steph, I need that camera again. I vote District 4. Me and my friends.
How many friends you got?
A lot of them. A lot. I have TikTok friends. I have Facebook friends. I have childhood friends. A lot. And guess what? My mama the glue.
Yeah. Shout out to the glue.
She got a lot of friends too. She got a lot of friends in over there. So yeah. I get to vote.
And we go vote. We go show up. Listen, I want to thank y'all. We got to give a shout out to our sponsor. Yeah.
We got one.
We had one. Listen, I cannot.
We're going to get some more.
We're going to get some more. Listen, because we're getting more subscribers.
Yeah.
Listen, y'all. Become a sponsor now, because next year, the price going up. Okay. Shout out to T&M Environmental Services, Tom McMahon and the McMahon family. They have sponsored the last 3 episodes of the Bottom Up Podcast. I appreciate them. I want y'all to make sure y'all go follow them on social media. And if you need commercial cleaning services, make sure y'all contact them. Get at my people. T&M Environmental Services. Steph, I got an outro today. But before we go, there's a history image that I will pull up, because remember we were having that conversation about our grandparents and being conservative. I was talking to you about women and how women, we were the last, especially black women, we were the last ones to have our right to vote and right to own a house and everything and all that. Okay, and you was like, it ain't been that. It been a long time ago. Steph, put the image up now. 2025 marks the 50th anniversary of women being able to apply for a mortgage without a man's permission.
Only 50 years.
I'm 42.
I'm 40.
I'm 53, yeah.
I'm 41.
This year marks 50 years that women could apply for a mortgage without a man's permission. You're talking about it being a man's world.
It's a man's world.
So I just wanted to,
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Yes, we are definitely
taking on the world.
Taking on the world. Hey, they got to listen. We just got to make sure we choose the right woman. Hello, somebody.
Yeah.
Hello, somebody. Steph, I want to thank y'all for joining. Again, let's put up our history. Not the history. I'm sorry. Let's put up our 500. We got up to our 500. And we are...
We're 509.
I was just when you see me look down here. We at 509. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to the Bottom Up Podcast. We are coming back December 11th. That's gonna be our last episode of the year, December 11th. We're taking a break. Thanksgiving coming up, holiday coming up, my birthday coming up.
My birthday coming up.
Thank you. So we are taking a break. So we ended it good with a good one. This was a great one.
We're coming back.
This is a great one. Yeah. So we coming back though. And when we come back, we coming back with vengeance. Y'all know, listen, y'all. I'm from Parkway East. If you don't know.
I'm from Cypress.
Parkway East.
CB
one
County.
way in, one way out. It was the Alamo, trust me, and I made it out. So trust me, we got some things up our sleeves up here, and we want to make sure y'all along for the ride. We got an outro tonight, and we had lovely Miss KERIANN. Is it Buell?
Well, that's my maiden name, BUELL-WORLEY.
BUELL-WORLEY.
Yeah.
BUELL-WORLEY.
See, I thought Buell was hard to say.
But the little twang, the little southern twang, keep your BUELL-WORLEY.
You got
Worley.
it. Yeah.
Okay, we had a great time with her tonight, y'all. Running for District 1 Commissioner.
So if y'all watching District 1, Step, put the camera on them.
Yeah, give it a close-up. Give it a close-up. Give it a close-up.
Give us a little outro.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Oh, a little outro.
Just a little one.
I would probably just want to,
The camera, look right there. He gonna give you, that's your commercial right there.
just thank you again for the opportunity. Love Pompano Beach. You asked why I was running. Love Pompano Beach and excited for the future. Thanks to my husband and my 3 daughters, 25, 22, and 19. So they're the next generation of Pompano Beach, and I look forward to having them in this seat at some point. So you guys have a wonderful night, and thank you so much.
All
You
right.
did like a natural.
Yeah, that was it. That was it. Step. Roll the clip. Say her name. Breonna Taylor.
It's time to get in line, y'all. Your time is valuable. Use it. Pick a side. Organize. Buy some shit. It's war out here. What y'all think this is? Quit playing.
I got love, I got patience, I've been waiting on this for a long time. I got patience, I got patience, I've been waiting this for a long time.
Time to put in work
Clock in.
on self and improve the things in me that's holding me back from the fact that I act like I ain't already great. Hate that part of me, so it's a time to kill all doubt. Been out of my mind this year, living in fear. Shed a million tears that never end up on the banks of America. They have no interest in the principal amount of all lives matter and scattering like thugs on the block when the boys in blue pull up and cock they Glocks on no numbers and they ease on our necks for 8 minutes and 46 seconds. And to think, Jeff Bezos make $2,537 per second imagining Black Lives Matter. Such is life. Or say la vie, living life like being on parole ain't how we be how blacks end up in the penitentiary for a century. But the real gangsters in suits, they paid in full. Look how Mitch McConnell all our asses. Cashless is where the market is headed. The double cross is the loss of lives to another man-made virus. Ambulance sirens. Whose side? I just call it genocide. Light up the blunt and I let it ride. Say her name, Breonna Taylor.
It's time to get
Yellow boy, say.
When I think of love, I think of the war being over. Weapons of mass destruction finally being destroyed, one machine at a time. Because you are the one, Trinity, be my infinity. Never let me go far beyond the flesh that holds us. Let's encode our code into the cheat code. We so encrypted the way we slip in and out of spaces without folks knowing our IP address. Hell, we're intellectual property with the patent and the copyright. We so right that we could be white, labeled, franchise. Hell, baby, we're brand new to this side of love, that free love. That you're not my property, I don't own you type. Cause I'm honored to know you, to be in your presence is a gift. Because you don't owe me anything, and I don't owe you either. But I thank you for your time. I really want you to be my person.